Let's talk about MyArtscape. This is one that I had heard very little about or seen very few people posting. And you know, you're gonna get a lot of these types of brands that are kind of just, you catch them when you catch them. Just in a lot of larger groups, coloring groups, I'm just not seeing very much about these. And anytime I've seen these, they don't really say much about them. So I was extremely curious to get my hands on a set. And then funny enough, I got this set and I think it just got mixed in with some other sets. So when I went to pull this set back out, I couldn't remember what the tin looked like. And I looked it up online and I saw the eagle. And I thought, I don't think I got that set. And I was tearing up everything looking. It was just, for whatever reason, this image did not burn itself in my brain. I could have swore that I'd never owned a black set with a colorful eagle on it, but yet here it is. Let's jump into it and take a look at it. So first thing we'll see is a fairly high gloss, thick cardstock book, 8-page coloring book. Now, this is one of those that I do always consider it a nice touch when the company goes out of their way to add something like this, because honestly, they don't have to. But it's also that thing where it's not going to be that useful for the most part. Most of the work, if not all of it, has that it doesn't have an AI look. It is AI, which that's neither here nor there, but my point is a lot of these, the details and lines are so fine that you're going to have a really hard time coloring it. It's just, you know, on my best day with my sharpest pencil, I would struggle trying to color through this. So, but again, the point is they put it in, and that's a nice touch. This right here was a fun little fact. So apparently they donate from every set they sell, they donate a portion to endangered animals and the ecosystem. I thought that was really cool. That to me alone was enough to satisfy buying this set. And finally, we have a 72 or 72 color swatch sheet, and always appreciate a company doing this. So they end up sticking a coloring book and the swatch sheet and a little, you know, little brochure. This clearly, they're going above and beyond letting you know that they care about their brand. And that to me speaks volumes. This is possibly the first set of pencils I've ever seen that lets you know how to fill in a swatch sheet. It even goes as far as to say, you know, to do your gradient from your light or your dark to your light. They don't explain why you're doing that, which I wonder how many of you know why when doing swatch sheets you do light to dark or dark to light. That might be worth a video right there. Let's look at these pencils. So while playing around with these, while coloring with them and just trying to really push them to find out what all their attributes are, you know, in my mind, I'm constantly saying, you know, are these good? Are they worth recommending? You know, how's this going to end? Because at the end of the videos, you know, I want to say whether I personally think it's worth you spending your hard-earned money on or not. And this was one of those sets that it kind of went all the way to the end of me just kind of going back and forth. So that alone might speak volumes to this set. Let's look at some of these colors. Now, something I want to point out, there are two metallics, a gold and a silver, and then hidden within all these, there are 4 neons. And you got your green here, your pink, and I see an orange here, maybe one of these yellows, but there's 4 neons. And this is that thing, and this is just me being me, this is that thing when I'm dealing with a set of 72. I want to utilize every one of these colors in here. And for the most part, they do have a really nice color palette. So I wish I could remove 2 simple metallics, like get rid of the gold and silver, give me 2 more of these teal colors, get rid of the 4 neons, give me more purples and blues. So it's that thing, because, you know, I'm not going to do anything with neons. I'm definitely not going to do anything with the gold and silver. There's a color in here called dark gold. And ironically, that's not a metallic. So gold is metallic, but dark gold is just kind of a dark tan, a light brown, if you will. So I just thought that was, you know, interesting. If we look at one of the pencils, let's look at this powder blue. So we have, you know, the whole pencil painted one color. The lead matches the barrel. At the very back, we have the organization number 33, and then we have the color name. On the other side, we have MyArtscape. Kind of hard to see, but it is pretty nice. It's very elegant the way it's written with the inlay of the chrome. I like that. Something I wanted to point out when it comes to the colors or the names. Some of these are so hard to see because they don't change a lot. If you notice in some sets, if you have a lighter pencil, the writing will be black on the white and the yellow, but then on the other colors like brown and whatnot, they'll go back to white writing. They don't do that in this set, and I can understand why. That's a cost for them, which would eventually be a cost for you. But I just wanted to point out, it definitely, especially on these yellows, that is extremely hard to see. This is 05, and if it doesn't hit the light perfectly, I can't tell that this is 05. These pencils, speaking of 05, these pencils are in gradient order as well in numerical order. Love that. That's pretty fantastic too. So they have a lot going for them. Let's look at this color palette. You can see here, there's the neons, the two metallics. It has a pretty basic across the board color palette. Your yellows to browns are really nice. It gives you a good range of your reds, and that's from your bright cherry red all the way down to that deep burnt red. Same thing with the greens, a really nice selection of greens, and that's from your true greens down to your olives. Your blues give you a great selection right into your turquoise, and then from your turquoise into your green. The one color I would say it's kind of lacking are your oranges. There's really not a true orange. This is unusual to me. I remember when swatching these, I was thinking that, like, where are the oranges? I don't know that I've ever had a set that was short on oranges. Now, usually you get a ton of greens and a ton of yellows and oranges and reds. This went from yellow to brown more than yellow to orange, which I'm not really complaining. I would have liked at least two nice oranges. They gave you some burnt oranges, but the brown selection is really nice. If we want to talk about the attributes of these pencils, they're a wax pencil, and they're a little, they're firm. Definitely more firm than you're going to find like an Arteza or an Artex when you're looking more at a budget pencil. They are going to be a little, I would say, a touch softer than like the Harmonious. You know, there's going to be value or strength to your oils versus your wax, but I think most of us, when we picture a wax pencil, we are picturing something a little softer than with an oil. This set was definitely more firm. The lead still held a good amount of pigment to it. The colors came off really, really nice. Overall, they blend fairly well. They layered fairly well. Their pigment, you know, was I think better than good. You were able to get those vibrant colors you were looking for. The price justifies their quality. The price is definitely lower than what you're going to be getting. Again, you could just tell everything about this packaging, everything about the way they organized and their website. This is truly a company that cares about their brand. This is one of those that when I'm teetering thinking, well, should this be somebody's, you know, first set or their edition? That right there plays so much into it that you could tell they made these with love, and they're very proud of these pencils. And because of that, I don't really have any kind of an issue saying, yeah, you know what, go get these. You will not be disappointed. And I don't think you will. I think you'll find yourself enjoying these even as a first set. Just expect that these are going to be a little more firm. You know, the good news on that is they do maintain their tip fairly well. Like I was sharpening them, they sharpen real smooth, and they did maintain that tip for a while. So, you know, as far as I'm going to end this video, I'm going to say, yeah, you know, if for this price, if it's something you want to grow your collection with a little bit, or if you just want to go out and grab and see what they're like, you know what, 2 thumbs up.
Sugar Solito.